What's up, guys? It's UMB Universe. This is going to be something I like to call going down memory lane. Now, this was going to be fun because I don't know if you've noticed the title, but this is the life and times of Juniper Lee, an old-time Cartoon Network classic, in my personal opinion. As I was growing up, there's a lot, and I mean, fair bit amount of strong female characters that this day and age likes to try to hype up as if we've never had these before in our entire life, which still bothers me to this day, but whatever. This particular show. Now, as I'm going to talk about it for a little bit before I get started with it. This was a reaction request for React Sunday, and while I'm being an idiot and need to go to my Patreon to make sure I know exactly who it is that gave me this request, and okay, I just saw something from one of my Patreon, different. Okay, this was from Thomas Gabriel White, and I'd like to thank you for allowing me to have an excuse to rewatch this series. Now, as a kid, I remember watching it a lot, to the point where it's been so long, I forgot nearly everything. So it's still technically a blind reaction, since I don't know exactly what's going on. The main things I do know is that there is Juniper, JJ, or is Ray Ray. It's one of those two. Talking dog, an awesome granny character. Two friends, one being punk emo, I guess. Not like Sam, but more like Susie from Deltarune, and the other kid is more of like a dorkish kind of loser, but they like him because he's apparently the only friend they can actually get scrounge up, and sort of other stuff. The main premise being Juniper being the balance between the two things. That's mainly all I remember. I don't know very specifics in forms of episodes and what they go through, who like a main bad guy would be, and that sort of deal. So this, along with Kim Possible, were the two most inspirational shows that I had when it comes to writing female characters when I started writing my own story. So, yeah, greatness. So with all that being said, let's get started with the first episode. And if you like the reaction to this, I could continue it for your reaction request, Thomas. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, now. Oh man, this is a long time coming, really. Long time coming. Orchid Bay. The art style to it already reminds me a lot of old time, Powerpuff Girls, in a city aesthetic at least. When it comes to the character designs, it's like their own unique take on a stylistic choice.
But it goes unseen, invisible to most people.
I don't remember if I remember watching this first or Men in Black.
Between the two realms, between magic and humanity, they must exist side by side and in perfect harmony. But there is evil in our world,
as things go.
A darkness that craves to upset this balance. Only one individual can keep the great wickedness at bay. One protector above all, who will battle the dark forces.
You better run, Blawbutt! If I catch you in the park again, you're gonna be wearing these size 3s!
A 14-year-old.
And her name is
I don't remember her actual age, but I know it's not over. I know it's not 16.
So cool! He was eating the playground. I know! We're back in the monkey bars! The slides, the sandbox, and most of the bathrooms.
Most of the bathroom. Who eats bathrooms? Who in the right mind? I don't care if you're a monster.
Eat the bathrooms? What's the matter with these guys?
I'm with you on that. You don't know what's in those things, man. You don't know what you're eating.
Your job rocks. Yeah, sure, Ray Ray. I stopped 3-ton beavers from devouring toilets. Just like Batman. And
just like Batman.
Makes me Robin! You're so not Robin. A dynamic duo! Yeah, well, Batman and Robin never had to hurry home and practice piano. You must chill.
I would wager $20 that Dick had at some point play piano.
Big sister comes with the territory. Robin doesn't have to put up with this.
Yeah, he doesn't have a brother or sister or other type of family member other than Batman, so yeah.
Dude, we should so get a cave. Okay, now you're really shutting up. A butler and a cave. Shutting up. And
see, you can't just simply get a butler.
Anyway, it's too
Alfred is like a god amongst other butlers. That's why he's always the one to bring up.
All of you, out!
Never get to play, they say.
Don't even think about it. You heard the lady. Nobody's gonna mess with that toilet. Yeah, I'm a force to be reckoned with.
You'd be surprised how strong you really are. I forget how strong Juniper actually is. I don't know whether or not I forget whether or not she is a literal just a girl with some enhancements with magic, or she's just legitimately strong. Oh man. Oh man. The nostalgia is coming in. It's starting to set in, guys. I remember this intro. Life and Times of Juniper Lee. Her personality is one of my favorites when it comes to a female character. I gotta say that. She's well written. And Ray Ray here is like quintessential little brother I never wanted. I don't remember me being like this when I was young. I remember that. Because you are the small one. The small one must have the labor. As parents do.
Child labor laws against junk like this. Hey.
Too bad. Tell that to all my mom and dad so we do the dishes. I can't get paid. You can't get paid.
Man, why don't you cast a spell or something? Magic wrap this bad boy.
Spells are not to be used for such trivial things as the wrapping of birthday presents.
So help me finish this.
Not interested. Besides, I don't have any thumbs. Wrapping is beyond my abilities.
Just because you can't rap because you don't have thumbs does not automatically mean you cannot do a better job than the man who has thumbs.
Oh, hi, Ophelia.
Hey, June. So, you really going to Jody's party thing or like whatever?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. Maybe because sometimes you say you're gonna go to stuff and then you're like a little Miss No-Show.
Look,
Well, that's because I get like in a car accident every time I'm on the way.
A little giant lie.
Oh, for pity's sake, the fur! You're pulling the fur!
I'm just
I don't know how you could be able to pull that off, but good job.
You missed her violin recital and she got all, you know, like whatever and was like all sighing and junk. But believe me, skipping out on that musical fiasco was such a good move.
Out of those three hats, there's only one other hat that I think you would be suitably okay with. The other two are like, why do you even have those?
Too. So, did you get her that thing that you were gonna get her?
Oh, totally. Oh, and you didn't get her one of those candles in the shape of a skull again, did you?
No. Oh, hey, I made her a mix. See you there, bye.
I like how immediately it's like, oh, hey, I made her a mix. Like, man, it just come to my attention that I made her this.
Okay, watch me. Like this. Just pull enough from
Mr. No Thumbs over here.
You're kind of girly, you know that?
Because you know how to rap a present doesn't automatically make you.
With his sister.
Touche.
Let go of me.
That I feel for Ray Ray there, because I had to go to a lot of get-togethers with my sisters, which are comprised of many.
Dig, you little man.
Oh, shut up.
No, it's true, Monroe. Everybody thinks you're cute. It's probably because they can't hear you talk.
Aye, well, I understand every word they say. Vicious, chattering monkeys.
Okay, now look, both of
This
you
poor man.
better behave.
Dog.
Jody is my best friend, and
Creature.
I flake out enough on her with all these creature feature battles I have to get into. So, for once, I would just like...
Well, our job's not meant to be fun. And you have this guy.
Free! You hear me? Free!
Uh-oh.
Sweet freedom! So long have I burned to be crushed in your sweet embrace. Free!
Not so fast, big guy.
All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. She definitely has some type of magical enhancements because no ordinary person can jump that high. I'm also gonna attribute the fact that she's able to touch an incorporeal being.
3 hours. You're not a lifer who just made parole, okay, Shawshank?
Why are you carrying around a barra cipher in your knapsack?
sweet freedom.
Well, you never know when you're gonna need one of these guys. And they're harmless. They only attack evil creatures. Despite our vicious sarcasm, we don't qualify.
Aw.
Oh, Ray.
Tell that to the internet. Tell that to the internet comment section.
I'd rather have the genie. Would you rather have a wedgie so fierce she'll stop growing? Only the present.
Older sisters, especially the violent ones.
Jody.
Yes, him.
Jody, this is one rockin' B-Day bash.
Thanks.
Now your voice is gonna bother
To
me.
dance with the Rudge Man. I'm a rageaholic volcano, and I needs to burn off some lava. Ophelia, dance with me.
What is this?
Roger, 1, there's no music. 2, if there was music, I wouldn't like it. And 3, no.
Probably should have started off with 3, but hey,
Jude!
Ophelia, I can't.
Hey! Happy
Can't dog
birthday,
that.
Jody. Sorry we're late.
You're always late.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you brought Monroe. Hello.
Oh, somebody just kill me.
Look, everybody! Jude brought her dog!
It's funny how, in other forms of context, in kids shows, you cannot just simply say, kill me, right? But since it's such in a joking manner, and kids are actually smarter than you think they are.
Like some nauseating plush doll that vibrates with laughter when prodded. For pity's sake! Cackling harpies, you will treat me with the respect I deserve, or I will take my leave of you!
Take my leave of you, he says.
He's such a tough little
Like he has a choice. Ah! Adorable.
Oh, he's a little killer! Yes, you are!
He's a little killer, alright. Get too close to his face.
Please,
You just know what
treat me
killing
with
is.
one object.
Why do you let them do that to your dog?
Payback.
Payback.
What?
Alright. I don't remember him doing anything necessarily wrong to you.
I miss
But who
the
knows?
pepper. Are you guys having a most super splendicious time, Marino?
Why?
Your mother hired a clown? It was the pony, a magician, or a clown?
Magician!
Oh, the lesser of 3 evils.
Who wants a balloon animal?
Granted, I would prefer the pony, but last time we had a pony, it kind of
So
ate
sad.
all the things. I mean, all the things.
Hey,
Not just the
think I
things that
want
are
this gig? I have a
edible.
master's degree from Yale. It's either this or putting up drywall with my father-in-law.
At least you'll be doing something
I'll
productive.
take a giraffe.
Can't do giraffes. How about a snake?
Whatever.
Work something out. Snakes are one of the hardest things you can ever do. You have to, like, get the length right.
Jennifer Shapiro blew milk out of her nose.
Right onto Kenny's
I guess I would have to just be there because, me and comedy, you know, it's just right over my head sometimes, I'm telling you.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, June! Pardon me.
Oh, brother.
So tell me, how exactly do the whole system work? Do they act like hollows?
Girl, protector of us all.
Hollows from Bleach? Like, they're able to interact with the environment, but they
I
can't
am
be
Jeff
seen
of
or
the Howland
they can't be
clan,
seen.
And I'm a leprechaun?
So is it weird that you just get bumped by a random creature?
Aren't you a little tall?
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you were expecting one of those kissing the Blarney stones. You must be after me pot of gold half pints like on cereal boxes and stuff, right? No
Well,
sale.
in
Well,
fact-
it's sort of big. Oh, I had an uncle
I
who
am-
played for the Celtics.
Yeah, I in fact think that's very, 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 very racist whenever they put that on our on those cereal boxes. We don't even know that guy.
Make him with the celebrating fang.
I can't see you.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't know what I was.
What?
Is this guy okay?
What?
Well, I mean,
From my love, baby, what do you want from my heart there, darling?
the cringe is real. The cringe is real.
You know,
Good job,
I
June.
would like
Nice,
to go to
nice,
a
nice
party
save.
just once, where everyone doesn't think I'm clinically insane.
Not just clinically,
Tell
just
me
like
about
standard. Come
All
on.
right, anywho, see, my chief, he sent me to get you. And we was all, you know, making with our leprechaun thing, you know, hanging, granting wishes, making beads to sell before shows. You know, stuff. And
Stuff.
then we all kind of accidental, like we let loose the Rakatan.
Oh, not the Rakatan.
So, the Rakatan is bad news, June. You know, like Godzilla taking a long weekend in Japan, kind of bad.
Look, Jeff,
That bad?
my job is to maintain the
If Godzilla's
order
in Japan for that long, then the entire place is gone.
That glows to alert me that something's going down.
Right now, nothing's destroyed.
If the delicate balance is disrupted, I think I'd know.
Oh man, look, the delicate balance is
Thing went
disrupted.
off like it was mad.
Oh, tell your chief that I'm on the way.
Right. Later on, little party dudes.
They still can't see you.
Right. Never mind.
Why do you have to go?
Jesus.
Because my life is stupid and leprechauns are dorks. Can you be a little more specific? No.
It works.
No.
I would have gotten it.
Don't leave me here.
Oh god.
They're breaking out the baby clothes.
That was fast.
Stay put. I gotta go to Grandma's. Nice skirt.
It makes my thighs look huge.
It actually is a really nice skirt. Ah, friendship. Don't you love it when your friendship is gone?
Grandma! It's me, Juniper.
I'm right in here, June.
Oh, look. Fake moose
Hey,
head.
guess what I bought off a furback mountain goblin?
Fake moose
Another
head.
fake moose head.
Another fake moose head.
She likes fake moose heads.
Price. Man, it's ugly.
Sure.
Really
is.
now.
Listen.
Moose-
I know
moose
that I'm the great protector.
are not really
They
known
keep
for their
our
beauty.
harmony on this mortal plane and stuff.
As
but-
I was before you, and my father before me, and 6 generations back,
Yeah, right. Well, you see, I was sort of at Jody's birthday party, and this leprechaun dude showed up, and my bracelet beeped, and so I had to go.
June?
Please, Mama, could you please take care of this so I can go back to the party?
Juniper, I am no longer the Tushwanze. I am not the
Just
protector
was it.
anymore.
I
You
forgot that's what they call them.
Mama, I miss everything. While I'm fighting giant demonic frogs, my friends are going to movies and parties in the mall. I want to go too. Well, except the mall.
The mall kind of sucks. Trust me, it's not as good as they make it out to
I
be.
save the world all the time.
No.
Yeah.
This is your burden, and you must bear it alone.
Even if it's
It is your
15 trillion
destiny.
rocks,
I know
you'll have to
it
add
lies
7
to
trillion more.
So that's a no? You buy cheap moose heads and I fight evil.
Yes.
the breaks.
Hey, I'm at retirement.
I miss Jody's party because of this Rakatan thingy, and then I had
Wow, Rakatan? The leprechauns unleashed the Rakatan?
Well, yeah. They said it was loose or something, and I...
Oh, there's no time. Go now. Move, June. Stop it before it's too late.
All right.
Don't look back! Go as fast as you can! Go!
Well then, Rakatan, apparently disaster level god.
Here.
Cool. Make me another octopus.
You're a vicious little girl, you know that?
So I'm told. Come on, sloppy octopus time.
Look, June took my nap.
Slappy octopus time.
Come on!
June said to stay here.
Oh, June
And?
tells me lots of things. Don't touch that. Stay put. If you eat that, you'll grow fur. Blah, blah, blah.
Lady!
Well, it's called being an older sister, and that you're a naive child who doesn't know everything that is to know about the dangers of living.
Cake.
But hey, I've been a child too. Rebellious. Always great.
Fine, I'm here. Knee-deep in leprechaun territory. So, where is this big bad Rakatan? If I can't find it, I'm gonna go back to the... Oh, boy. A hamster? I'm missing the party for a giant hamster?
Well, giant hamsters, first of all, my sister had 3 hamsters. All of which, as soon as I touched them, bit
Hey,
my hand.
Mr. Nibbles! Buddy,
So yeah.
I'm gonna need you to move it along. Maybe take it outside the city limits.
Hamsters are dangerous.
Algernon, come on now. I don't want to get rough. Move! Okay. My bad. We don't like physical contact.
A lot of hamsters don't like physical contact. Trust me, my hand knows too well. I like how the animation just contrasts. This contrasted with the coloring of everything. Everything stands out just fine.
Huge, vicious, and furry.
Plus, Juniper's entire style, including her hair, really complements any background she seems to be in. I'm gonna call you building level.
It was probably because of that.
Large building level.
You're not tired? You just barbecued a forest. Hey, this is Ray Ray's knapsack. Oh, you made me squish Jody's present.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there, but hopefully it's not made of glass.
Well, it's go time. Why are you hitting yourself? Why? Why?
She's asking you a question. Resourceful.
I paid $20 for this rhino rump. That was awesome. Served in a giant rat. Nasty. Huh?
Why you always have to call cute little adorable creatures rats?
Give me my knapsack. Why? Get down.
And he fell off the cliff and died.
I'm free!
Well, this is now going to be covered.
This'll be good.
Free! Sweet, glorious freedom! Freedom! Sweet freedom! How long I have waited! How long I have pined! Sweet freedom! I... Evil beast!
I like how happy-go-lucky and just I'm free, and it suddenly turns into a demonic creature of ultimate destruction.
Yeah. Remember, Barra-ciphers only attack evil beings.
That they do.
Yeah, it's great to always have one on hand. How do you get one?
Do it again!
Time to reconcile with your friends.
Hey. Hey. Look, I'm sorry I had to skip out on the party. I had to, well, I had to go to my grandmother's.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you could come over for a little while.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, here's your present. It's a little beat up, because, well, just open it.
And what is it?
June!
A ruler!
Wow! It's a snow globe of Orchid Bay City!
Wow, those things are actually really resilient. Okay.
Looking for the one that
1963 City Fair limited edition with original wood base and music box. Oh, June!
And this
I
is 20
love it.
bucks?
Thank you!
What time period you be
You're
living
welcome,
in?
Jody. Happy birthday.
June?
If I go to my local convenience store, those things cost at least 15 bucks. And it did none of those. It is none of those things that thing
There's
is.
enough for everybody. Why do you have to go to your grandmother's house?
Oh, rat trouble.
Ugh, rats are so gross.
You have no idea.
Oh, come on. You just not meeting the right kind of rats.
June! Junester!
Oh, man.
Dude, I'd love some cake action. Score me up, June Bug.
Get out of here!
Yeah, no.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, you. I'm talking to you. Let's get out of here. Snag us some cake. Come on.
That was not
That's so
as
weird.
good as a rebound, but do better next time. I believe in you.
Man, you gonna play me like this? That's cold stuff, dog. No love for the leprechaun here. No love. Come on, I'll take it to go.
Thanks to
Yo, can I at least use
perspective,
the
you
bathroom?
actually do look like a small leprechaun.
Juniper Lee here.
All right.
I hope you've liked what you've seen of my show. And
Yes.
if you have, there's a lot more coming. This season, I'll have to take on the likes of Loki, God of Mischief.
Of course.
Who's running at full power, baby?
Wait, is that the voice actor for Chucky?
Who likes to raise the dead. All that
And my favorite alien from the story All Humans?
Juniper Lee.
Catch a new episode.
Alright.
It's regular
I can get behind Loki. I can get behind Loki if that's correct.
Summer.
Come on, Slappy Octopus time.
Slappy Octopus time. Cartoon Network, you used to be the juggernaut of cartoons. Now you're just kind of like the fiddle of cartoons. You don't have horrible cartoons. You just don't know how to structure and layer them out like before, which is a shame. But back in the day, Cartoon Network was just the kings of my childhood. It was always... It fluctuated, really. It fluctuated with Cartoon Network always being on top and Nickelodeon, Disney Channel alternating between second and first place, depending on which cartoons they were going with. Disney Channel was kind of on a niche area because they were, from all the different animation things they had something like Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, and all that other live action stuff that they were doing. So... yeah, there was that. But Cartoon Network, they knew what to do. They knew what they were until they forgot who they were with the whole Destroy, Build, Destroy, Dude, What If, I think that was called. While I did not terribly hate that portion of Cartoon Network, I definitely did like their cartoons a lot more. So this is not, before I get started with my initial talk of Juniper Lee, Thomas, if you... I know you gave me a list, right? This is you're the one who gave me the list of all the different types of reactions, right? Yes, I believe so. Actually, okay, I got a list here of show recommendations from one of my Patreons, and I'm going down a list to say Code Lyoko's already been seen, and Life and Time of Juniper Lee is the current request. So. Within all this, if you want me to get to another one as like a separate thing, or you want me to alternate, if you want me to alternate between different ones, you can do that. Or wait until I finish this entire series, you can do that too. But whenever you want me to react to a particular thing, just do that. As for this list in general, I could tell you a few more things if you're watching this. That the Hot Wheels Battle Force, I've watched that. Shaolin Showdown, watched that. I've watched pretty much every one of these cartoons. It's just a matter of if I remember them enough. Like, for instance, Life and Time of Juniper Lee. I watched it before, but I can watch it again because I forgot so much about it since it was part of my childhood. I can say the same thing about Generator Rex, The Secret Saturdays, Jackie Chan Adventures, Static Shock. For real, Static Shock was also another part of the conversation. But with that being said, just know that when it comes to a lot of these cartoons, you're just gonna have to ask me, and then I'll reply to you whether or not it's one of these things that's appropriate for a reaction like Juniper Lee. Now for Juniper Lee itself, what I liked about Juniper Lee back in the day is the same reason why I pretty much like it now. The animation to it is limited, but to an extent where when it does where it is in motion, it's really good. The characters in of itself are defined characteristics. You have your punk gothic chick, your spastic beanie wearing kid. You have your straight girl who's just really good, being Jody. I don't know if she's like a prominent figure, but I think she would be. I think she is. Juniper, Ray, and the dog. I forgot the name of the dog. But with these characters, they're all pretty much defined, and the whole point of the world is Juniper is part of a long line of balance keepers, and these balance keepers keep the balance between the monsters and monsters with the humans. Now the thing is, it's very complicated for me to get behind the whole aesthetic of it, because since I've been watching, since I watched Bleach and a whole bunch of other different shows that did this same kind of thing. How does the system of their walk among us? The system of how they walk among us, but we cannot see or hear them, but we can touch them. That makes it kind of odd. I would get it if you always like pass through them, and unless they are trying to cause harm to others, then they make themselves corporeal. But you're making it look like that these things cause mischief, mayhem, and disbalance throughout the whole like park scenario, and no one notices it or just leaves it up to natural circumstances, which I don't see how that being a thing. At least in Bleach, when a hollow attacks, it was in Japan, which had a lot of like natural disasters coming to it when it comes to earthquakes, tsunamis, stuff like that. It's just one of the bad negative sides of being in that part of Japan. So So when a hollow attacks, it's like, oh man, a windstorm, oh man, an earthquake happened. It's like that can be explained away pretty easily. But when you're in this place, I don't know exactly where they're located. Since I don't remember Orca Bay being on the map. But if you can tell me like which part of the world they are in, then I can might make an exception for how they're gonna explain away a lot of different things just disappearing. But that's just the more adult mind in me thinking. Or remember that. That's just the more adult mind in me thinking. When I was young, I couldn't care less. I just like the pretty colors. And I like Juniper being Juniper. Speaking of Juniper, she was one of my all-time favorite female protagonists. She's one of my base jumping off points when writing my own female characters. That and Kim Possible, and Penny Proud from the Proud family. There was a lot of great, influential, main, well-written female characters before this new wave of we need to put females into more things because apparently not being represented, even though in the past they were clearly represented in such great ways that I'm still confused to this day. It's like, I don't know what's worse. The fact that you're trying to put women up on this higher pedestal where they already kind of were, in my opinion, or the fact that you're forgetting that they were already on this pedestal and you're thinking that you can bring them higher. I don't know. But whatever. I had my childhood and I enjoy my female characters, and to the point where I even made a little mini short comic in stick figure format of Juniper meeting Kim Possible, and even American Dragon Jake Long. These three characters remind me a lot of each other's shows. One being, except for in Jake Long's case, he can turn into a dragon, while in Juniper's case, while she does fight mystical creatures, she does not turn into anything herself, at least as far as I know. Kim and Juniper has a stark difference in why I wanted them to try to meet each other, because you have Kim Possible, who pretty much balances her school life, her relationships, her secret and her agent skills, all at the same time. And you rarely, I'm not saying it never happens, but you rarely, and it is not one of the things that I always remember when I'm watching Kim Possible, but you rarely get her complain about how she has to balance these two things together. It happens maybe like once or twice when she has to like do a project and she has to bring these projects in with her dangerous missions and stuff like that, but you never see her complain to the point where it's like, man, I wish I'd never had this job before, like that. It never went to that extent. As for Juniper, it's supposed to showcase that there is a girl who wants more of a normal life and wishes she was part of that normal life. Heck, it even says it in her song, in her theme, that she would be happier if it wasn't her problem. But it is her problem. She has to deal with the fact that she is basically the Avatar. She has to keep balance between these two realms, unless chaos will ensue. And she's the only one who can do it, because she's part of a long lineage line of people who can do these sort of things. Now, what interests me, that probably did not come to my mind when I was watching this as a kid, was that Juniper seemed pretty sure that if her grandmother were to fix the problem, she would have done it. Which makes it like maybe there's an episode down the line where she does come out of retirement just for that one moment, because Juniper's like in big trouble and we see another badass old woman in our midst. So I'll see what happens there. Anyway, I'm happy to go back down on memory lane, and I would definitely like to have excuses to watch other old-time Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon shows, Johnny Bravo being one of them, and a whole bunch of different things, because it has been a long time since I watched these like casually, and you're just not giving me an excuse to do it for both you and my entertainment. So this is going to be Universe. See you next time. Bye.